Hey, good morning from beautiful Bali. I'm really enjoying these somewhat cooler mornings. Winter here in Bali. The morning here is apparently only about 23, 24 degrees. It actually feels cooler than that, but I guess here I am in my 9th month here. The 10th calendar month that I've experienced, October to July. I guess it's inevitable that one adjusts to the climate. So yeah, even 23 degrees, 24 degrees is feeling somewhat cooler. You can see it's quite cloudy this morning out here, standing in the middle of this rice field. I want to share with you one of my favorite analogies. It's one I've been using for many years, probably since I started coaching. And I see one of my previous work colleagues show up here, someone I love dearly, who is a manager of mine, Martin. Hello. And I learned very much from him when I was working with him in my corporate job. And gosh, I can even imagine this analogy. It really relates to that time. So if you've ever worked in an office or in any kind of organization, and even if you haven't, I'm sure you can imagine the guy that I'm going to be speaking of. I'm going to call him the water cooler guy. He's the guy who in any organization likes to have his desk by the water cooler or by the tea point if you're British. He likes to have his desk there because he gets to chat and talk to the most people in the organization. People come and get their drinks and their refreshments, and he loves to chat to everyone, and he has an opinion about absolutely everything, about the CEO's salary and bonus, and what the chief finance officer is up to on the side, and who's really the father of Jennifer's baby. And Jesse has an opinion about everything. He seems to know what's going on. Sure, we can all imagine at least somebody like that. Maybe we even know somebody like that. Maybe we are that person under certain circumstances. Gosh, like this guy just has an opinion and a gossip about everything. He believes he really knows what's going on. You know, he should be on the board of directors of the company. He knows where the company needs to go and where it secretly is going to go. He's like the internal conspiracy theorist. And what do you do when you go and get your cup of tea or your cup of water from the desk by the water cooler guy? What do you do? Maybe you do engage with him for a little while. You talk to him and chat with him and have a laugh with him. But do you really believe and take as fact what he's saying? Maybe you just humor him, engage with him, just knowing that for the most part he's just talking bullshit. He just loves to talk and loves to gossip, loves to express his opinion. Maybe that's where his feeling of self-importance comes from. Loves to have people listen to him. But for the most part, he's just sharing fake news. He doesn't really know what's going on. You know, maybe he's not even a particularly senior position within the organization. He doesn't really know what is going on. Very few facts in what he shares, just opinions. But he appears to know everything, believes he knows everything, and he knows very little. Do you know someone like that? You see, I think we all have a version of the water cooler guy in our heads. We all have him going on and talking and chatting and narrating life. What's really going on? This is it. This is what should happen. This is what's really true. We've all got a version of a water cooler guy going on in our heads, and really, he doesn't know anything. He or she doesn't know anything. A total disregard for facts. Are you listening to him? Are you listening to the water cooler guy in your head? Because I know I can remember when I've come across this guy in organizations where I've worked. Seems perhaps there is always one. I would humor him, really seeing what's going on, and wow, really? And maybe even ask him, this is my mischievous side, like really engage him. Come on, tell me about that. Wow, where did you hear this information from? But the moment I've got my cup of tea, I would just walk away, go back to my desk, carry on with life regardless. Just carry on. It really didn't matter what he said. And you know, if the fire alarm went off, we want to make sure, like, he got out with us. He was part of our team. We loved him. We loved him just as much as anyone. We wanted to take care of him. He was really part of us, part of our team. We loved him dearly. Come on. But he's just the water cooler guy, as in, he's just an opinion. He doesn't really know what's going on. Do you notice him in your head sometimes? I certainly do in mine, my goodness. I certainly do in mine. So maybe the solution to that is just to notice him, to love him, to humor him. Maybe engage with him a little just for fun, knowing what's going on. And then take away your cup of tea and go back to enjoying real life and noticing what is really going on. Noticing the beauty of what is really going on. I'd love to hear from you. What do you think of this one? Thank you for watching.